T1 Oner is a complete monster of a jungler who has shown to be very consistent in his debut in the LCK League. In today's video, we'll be breaking down his Viego gameplay in High Korean Challenger. He's running a hybrid bruiser build, and although Viego has been nerfed multiple times, Oner has been dominating with this build versus some of the best players in the entire world. Hopping right into the game, the first thing to notice is where Viego's starting and where Wukong is starting. Viego starts on red, and since Gwen does not show on the map quite early on, this means that she most likely leashed, meaning that Wukong is also pathing towards the bot side. This means that Viego will do a red Raptors Gromp clear, which lets you hit level 3 and then instantly start making plays. Once he finishes off the Gromp, Viego then looks to invade Wukong on his red, as Wukong did the exact same path from top to bot, so he can look to contest here, especially with his very powerful bot lane. The thing to keep in mind though, is that the enemy's bot lane is also moving, so he has to play it a bit slow. As you'll see, he hangs out in the mist a little bit, tries to bait out some cooldowns, and he actually does a really nice outplay here, picking up the soul on Alistar right at the last second, getting the revive for the extra health, and then the fight is just completely over for the blue side. Really nice hook from Nautilus as well, and this puts him to an amazing start in the game. So not only is he making plays for his bot lane to get them ahead, but now he actually has a ton of bot priority where he can look to counter jungle the Wukong. Before he recalls, he then goes back to his blue side to clear his camps, and you'll notice that he does this quite often, as Oner is always looking to make plays first and then farm after so that he can influence the map but also not fall too far behind in CS. And you'll see here right out of base, he runs straight back bot lane even when he doesn't have that many camps up, just to deny Wukong of this bot play since the enemy bot lane is so far pushed up. This relieves pressure for his bot and also furthers the advantage that he already made on the bot side, giving himself a clear winning side of the map. Then, right after clearing his blue side, he goes back into Wukong's jungle, punishing the overextended Alistar since his mid and support have full priority on the map. And again, he still has this bot prio, so what does he do? He looks directly for a bot dive, picking up a kill on Samira. Even though Nautilus dies here, it is so worth it since Samira misses the whole wave, and she will miss the next wave as well. Then out of base again, since there's not really any plays to be made, he clears his red and Raptors as they've been up for a while, and then he'll go directly mid to make sure that his Mordekaiser is free to push. After he hovers his lanes and then goes back and buys, he now has his Bork and is ready to do the dragon, as this is a massive power spike for Viego. What I like about this Bork build is that it gives you a ton of damage and sustain, and once you pick up your second item, you can actually be pretty tanky while also shredding the HP bars of the enemy. Once he finishes off the dragon, he runs straight mid with his bot lane, picking up some more kills and even furthering his lead some more. He's always in the right place at the right time, making plays and not over prioritizing his farm too much. Then since the enemy has to recall, he takes the Herald and is preparing to blow the game open with how much gold that the Herald can provide. Then coming right out of base, he sees another fight going on bot lane, and since he's so strong with his item power spikes, he's going right in and is going to take over the team fight with Viego's resets. He's always playing towards his strong side of the map, and this is allowing him to further his advantage while also taking very little risk since his team is so much stronger on this side. He'll then drop down the Herald, even furthering this lead even more, as this is almost an 8k gold lead at 13 minutes. Coming out of base again, he picks up his red buff and instantly looks to invade with his team, trying to never let the enemy get a chance to breathe. This fight is a little bit sketchy though, as he doesn't have a great angle to enter, but he kites out with Sivir and makes sure that she gets out alive. Once the enemy overcommits a little bit, they poke him out, and then he'll cover Sivir again once she tries to push in the top lane wave. This is an extremely smart play, because since the enemy doesn't necessarily know that he's in the bush, they're looking to pick off Sivir quickly, but he is waiting, looking to get some quick resets, and then he'll completely 1v9 the fight from here. He also has a cracked Alistar combo into the R, which just deletes Samira. He does overstay a little bit here with this fight at 16 minutes where I think he kind of just needed to back and get his item spike, but who doesn't like a little bit of limit testing? Sivir does get shut down and he'll also get shut down, which is obviously not ideal, but they're still in a massive lead. Once he spawns, He's got his 2-item spike ready, and he'll go pick up the Ocean Dragon to make sure that his team has that scaling win condition. Once again, since he has this power spike, he's going to be constantly looking for fights and trying to make plays. Since he has backup from his team on the top side, he forces a second Herald, trying to get the enemy to overcommit into them, which they do, and then his 2 items power spike just completely dominates the fight. This build is not only tanky and provides utility, but you still do so much damage and make it almost impossible for enemies to escape from you. With the easy teamfight win, he'll pick up the second Herald, which is just another tool to close out the game as fast as possible. Coming out of base, he runs directly into the enemy's bot side, forcing another fight and picking up the Pike Soul, which just allows him to make even more plays. You can see that he pretty much never takes the foot off the gas, always trying to force fights since he knows that he's in the winning position. This fight is actually pretty close, but since he's tanky, he can survive the burst and then pick up some resets. After cleaning up all the kills, they can't necessarily end just yet, but they pick up the inhibitor at 20 minutes and look to end the game real soon. Straight from spawn again, he runs right down mid as his team is fighting, and they look to close out the game while he still has the Herald. This game really shows that his playstyle is pretty different from most other Viego players. He's not really farming much, he's always forcing plays around the strong side of the map, and every time that he has an item advantage, he's making a fight happen. It's also important to note that once he got his bot lane and mid ahead, he never really went top and always played around his strong lanes to continuously snowball the game out of control. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for watching.